This year, our schedule is pretty much complete. I don't expect to see many major changes. We will be adding more to it as you comes along. So what you see now is pretty much the shell. We do have some things will be added to some of those races, but the nights will be the same. We have Super Dirt Series that'll be visiting us twice on July 3rd for the Stars and Stripes, and again on Summerfest in August. Information will start going out for those soon. Tickets will go on sale as well. We'll be working with World Racing Group in selling those tickets in advance. The Super Dirt Series, both nights, first night we'll run with the CRSA, and the second night we'll run with our 305s in the local class, not the CRSA, just be 305s. We will have the vintage cars and the Empire Street stocks and the hobby stocks at the fair race like this last year. It was a great, other than the threat of rain, it was a really fun event. Put a great show on. CRSA will visit us 3 times again this year. July 3rd and July 5th, back to back. We're looking to see how many 305s we can bring to Western New York on the 4th of July weekend and put on a great show of wings along with, hopefully we'll find a few fireworks to go along with it. The championship, or they'll also have another show at our year-end full fender show. It'll be fenders and wings again in September. That will also have a special cool full fender added to it for the first time in a long time. The Pro Stocks, Dirt Car Pro Stocks will have a series race back at the Land of Legends. And we have some sponsors working on a possibility of a street stock, pro stock challenge dash in the middle. So it'll be interesting to see how those two things match up. The Scapo Special will be back. We're still working on finalizing that date. It's currently penciled in for July 5th. The Harris Memorial, obviously, the 2023 small track short track race of the year. We'll be back again with bigger and better than ever. And then we'll have 2 Top Gun shootouts, one to make up for this last year when Mother Nature took us down, and those will roll out the first 2 weeks, and then of course finish the season with the full fender. Right now, Tana's been working heavy getting most of our sponsors signed back. A lot of them are already signed already, and we're looking to add a few more. We've got a few spots that have opened up. People's businesses have changed and evolved, just like they all do. So if you know somebody that's looking to find that big exposure and come into those numbers, Tana's got some large spots available. Our Land Legends TV crew, I want to especially recognize them quickly. Art Rourke, obviously, master producer extraordinaire, the brains behind Land of Legends TV. Has built a great team. We have Chris Marquardt, Stephen Ovens, CJ, Mark Rose, McKenna, Mike Yanni, the Mullins, Michelle and Jim, Doug Elkins, Marty Sakala stepped in and helped us as well, Chris Marquardt. We have a great team that works hard every week to make it look like we're professionally funded like NASCAR is. We're not. But these guys don't, you couldn't tell that. We get compliments and calls all the time all across the country of how amazing the show is based on what I think is the genius of Art Rourke. And I'm pleased to be able to help fund that so that it's free for everybody, so that everybody gets to see that. And most importantly, what they're doing is getting them to see you. Our Land Legends TV numbers continue to grow. We proudly posted those out recently. If you need to go back to our Facebook page and find them, or if you're not sure you can find them, give Tana a call. She'll send you them. Use them with your sponsors. Use them with your friends. Use them. Racing is an expensive sport, and obviously the purses only come from what we can collect out of people in the grandstands. There's limited finite amount of money that comes in as revenue that we can turn around back to you guys. The only way to build that is to get more things involved on your car Whether you get directly on advertising directly, which is what those sponsors are for, and sponsors spend money based on how they being able to be seen. Please go out, hit them. Use those numbers. If you're not sure, pick up the phone, give us a call. You need help with a sponsor, call Steven, call myself. We're more than willing to help work with them. And you think we're not doing it for us. We're doing it for you. Okay? My goal is running and promoting a track is not to get filthy, stupid rich. Because it's a great way to start with $1 million and finish with 50 cents. Okay? It's about making a little bit, having a little fun, working to promote what's good for our community and for our drivers, and give them a great, safe place to race and expose themselves to fans. And some people make big careers out of them and travel all over the country racing. You know, and some just enjoy getting away from the doldrums of work or their home life. Or, you know, that 10 minutes in the car is the best therapy you can get. It's a lot cheaper than going to a shrink. We've added more to we continue the Dirt Vision simulcast. Again, not just so it's local to us, but so it's seen all across the world. And there's definitely guys out here that I know have gotten sponsors from across the United States because it's on Dirt Vision. And we have also included now in their Dirt Zone, which is that quick wraparound every week that we get seen every week on Dirt Vision and Dirt Zone. It's a great boost to exposure of our program. As far as the track goes, I want to make sure I specifically highlight, congratulate, and thank the hard work that both Rich Jan and James Friesen did this year to bring our track to a new level. Everybody thinks it's easy. Let's go get new clay. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. You need to work on. You need to put calcium down. You need to do a lot of different things. Rich basically lives at the track during the season. He's about married to it. But you don't learn it from a textbook. You don't learn it by just getting in the grader. And he'll be the first to tell you that he benefited more than anybody else making a great friendship with Jamie Friesen to learn how years of experience come into your business. You know, that's really the only way you learn. You guys all go get your best, go to somebody that sets up shocks to get your best shock package. You didn't learn it on your own. You go to find somebody that's expert at tires or motors or, you know, headers. There's not a school for learning how to put a track in. And the best part about it, finding these friends, is they become your friends. And Richie, you know, the first person to pick up the phone in the morning some days is to call and say, "What do you think about the weather today? What am I doing?" You know, I'm thinking about doing this. And you know, our track has seen a complete growth to where we're the place that you want to race as a driver. And it didn't come on a whim. It didn't come without, you know, it wasn't magic beans that were planted in the front stretch. It took a lot of hard work. And I really want to take the time again extra to thank both Richie and Jamie. And I probably should make sure you thank our safety crew who work as his track crew as well. And I want to make sure I get all of them: Steve Appleby, Paul Conklin, Curtis Webb, Zach Jabot, Jason Youngjohn, and Byron Shader. You see them up in the water trucks between heats and between features, and you know, they're better seen there than they are on the medic truck to you, because we prefer they'd prefer that too. So, thank you to them. Right now we got some equipment out getting serviced that'll make sure we keep making that go well. I know a lot of people were surprised to drive last year and see the guardrail show up. And, you know, we've heard good, bad, and different. And I'm going to tell you one thing that people don't realize is the biggest thing that is important to me is make sure people, again, go home safe and try not to spend as much money. Over 50% drop in cautions in turn 1 and 2 with the addition of the guardrail. which leads to what we're looking at right now. I've been negotiating back and forth, and there's a good chance we're going to add it in the bottom of 3 around halfway through 4, and that'll let us get more drainage there and get less water down along that wall. And we're just waiting for the weather to help us, and hopefully Elderly will be back out here to help us get that guardrail put in there as well. Again, more improvements for safety and racing. I want to thank Tana Robinson, Greg Hickson, the 2 main managers behind what we do there. One takes care of the grandstand side, and one takes care of the racing side. 2 of the best people in the business. They make sure that the place goes around, and I'm confident that if I had to take a night off, that the place wouldn't shut down. Scott Hicks and Jerry Ellis, Rich Clayton, Tommy Curtis, Tim Courier, Jim Hickson, Bill Orbaker, Kurt and Nancy Sheridan, Scott Sheridan, David Guerreri, Gary and Donna Spade, Sheila Darcy, Nick Mika, all those people that work on the racing side that you interact with, whether it's making sure the heat lights are lit up correctly, the scoring goes right, they get you safe and on and off the track, tech, and of course scales. Thank all of our ticket people. There's so many that I don't even remember them all, but obviously Brenda, Stephanie, and Aubrey are the people that you see coming to the gate. They do the best they can to get you in and out of the track as quick as possible so you can get to work. Jess Swarthout, our beer girl. I know a lot of you guys like to visit her late. She likes to stay open late because she likes to see the smiles on your faces. Thank my family. My wife Autumn is here again tonight. My 3 boys who all commit and give up some of their time and allow me to spend the time necessary to make the track run the way it should. And of course, you can never forget the 50-50 girls. They love coming out and socializing with everybody and help us give a lot of money back to charity. We gave well over $10,000 back to charity, even though we only had 12 or 13 race nights this year. So that's pretty much where we've been at. It's been a good season. I went around and saw each and every one of our drivers that was able to come tonight, made it a concerted effort to be here. I gave you each 2 tickets. I did the same thing last year. I told you guys, we want to help you build fans. Take those tickets, donate them to a cause that you're supporting, give them to somebody that has never been to the racetrack. Help a kid or a family that isn't able to make it to the races. Support them with those two tickets for each of you to give away to GA. Do that to help support your race team. If you need more opportunities, you have other things you're doing, give us a call. We want to help build your teams to be bigger and stronger and better. You guys do that on the track. But some of the success you need to do that is adding to the tool chest and some of those more fans, so you have more places to tell your T-shirts, more places to add money in. You'd be surprised some of the crazy places you'll walk into that will suddenly become a sponsor. You're just being nice to some person. I've heard story after story. You'd be nice to a little kid. Next thing you know, their father's over there writing you a check to buy a tire. Just keep doing the good things you do. We have the best crop of drivers, in my opinion, in New York State. Not just one class, up and down, left and right. We have the best sprint car drivers. People aren't going in droves to see sprint cars any place except for Canandaigua. We have the best modified class, no question, in New York State. And we go home with less cautions, less damage, more exposure, more fun, and as we keep working together, hopefully more money. So I'm looking forward to this next year. I'm looking forward to that hobby stock class continuing to grow. I'm looking forward to the sprint car class continuing to grow. I'm looking forward to fresh new faces and sportsmen to some of these guys take on the bigger challenges. And I'm going to certainly enjoy watching our what I consider, again, the best big block modified class in New York State. I tell people all the time, I don't know why I bring the series, because we have a better race every Saturday night than you do having a series some nights. Watching these guys come from 13, 15, 16. They put on the show. But it's also important to make sure we do big shows and put some money in their pockets because it's not cheap, it's not easy, and that's why we do that big Harris Memorial where it's $1,000 to start the race. It's one of the toughest races in the country, but it's also the most rewarding. You guys bust your ass every week, and we appreciate it. And I get to be able to proud to tell you that on behalf of the fans because they tell you one at a time, but they all tell me what a great job you guys are doing. Not what we're doing, what you guys are doing. I just have the pleasure of being the promoter for Canandaigua for the next 2 years. We have an option for the third year, and we're going to look forward to continuing expanding it and making it the best place on the planet. Thank you, and I appreciate everybody. Stay safe through the rest of the winter. If you travel down to Volusia, have a good time. Do well, and we'll see everybody at March at the show, and then last week of April for practice. Thank you.